The men's hockey team fell behind 5-0 to UMass Boston last Friday. Could they mount a comeback?
And the men's basketball team was in action last weekend. Find out how close Mark Comstock is to reaching the 1,000-point plateau.
And the women's hockey team had an exciting ending in their game against Nichols.
Stay tuned as we have highlights, scores, and more for you. Spartan Sports Weekly starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Spartan Sports Weekly. I'm Kyle Turner.
And I'm Kat Trudell, and here's what's going on in Castleton sports. Mark Comstock and the Spartan basketball team traveled to Castleton, Maine for a game with the Mariners of Maine Maritime last Friday. The Spartans had 12 different players score at least 3 points in this game. As you see, Chris Barletta passed it out to Matt Cooney for the 3. Mark Comstock led the way with 11 points, and Greg Hughes had 10 points. The Spartans quickly ran away with this one, leading 55-27 after the first half. The Spartans never looked back and finished with a 77-58 win over the Mariners. Then it was off to Bangor, Maine for a matchup with the Husson Eagles. The Spartans struggled in the first half, shooting just 29% from the field. There's Mark Comstock taking it to the hole for 2 of his 7 for the game. He now has 972 career points, just 28 shy of the 1,000-point mark. The Spartans put up 33-point shots in the first half, but only hit 5 of them, which led to a 58-35 Eagle lead at the half. There's Dami Mustafa driving into the paint and laying it up for 2. He had 6 in the game. The men's basketball team ranked 2nd in the country in 3-pointers per game, but the Spartans would fall the Eagles 96-78.
And the women's basketball team continued their winning ways in their game against the Mariners last Friday. There's Christine Jakes, who finds Taryn Boyani in the corner, and she hits the jumper. Boyani had 12 points in this game. And then Stephanie Bull waits and finds an open Megan O'Sullivan for the easy lay-in. The Spartans held a 33-18-point lead over the Mariners at the end of the first half. And there's Christine Jakes with a smooth jumper for 2 of her 12. The Spartans move the ball well. And here's Bull. She passes it over to Jakes, and she says, "Jimmy range." I call it Jake's range, as she hits the 3. And the Spartans go on to win it. Then the Spartans took a 9-game winning streak into Bangor, Maine for a game against the Husson Eagles. Here's Alyssa Leonard with the steal and the easy lay-in. She posted a double-double with 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Christine Jakes chipped in here with 2 of her 12. The Spartans shot 52% from the field and forced the Eagles to commit 20 turnovers to get their 10th straight win, 73-50.
After 2 periods, UMass Boston led the Spartans 5-0, but the Spartans would battle back in the 3rd period, scoring 4 goals before falling to the Beacons 5-4. The Beacons are the only team to beat the #1 ranked Norwich Cadets this season. Then on Saturday, the Spartans looked to put that loss behind them and pound the Beavers of Babson. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Spartans. Justin Alonso finds Dan Bell for the 1-0 lead. Then in the 3rd period, Dan Bell would score his 2nd of the game, but the game would end in a tie 2-2. The Spartans will host the Norwich Cadets on Saturday, February 11th, and a rematch for the Battle for Vermont. Our Matt Schleeper has the story.
With the split of the ECAC East and the NESCAC, teams now play each other twice at their respective home venues. This Saturday, the Norwich Cadets will travel to Rutland to take on the Spartans of Castleton State College in their last meeting of the regular season.
It's a big game whenever you play Norwich, obviously. It's become a big rivalry over the last number of years that Castleton's come into the ECAC East. For me right now, though, I'm just trying to think of this as another conference game, another home game.
It's another game, you know. We got to go into St. Michael's on Friday. We got to be feeling good after that game, come out on top, and just take it into the Norwich weekend on Saturday, and just play the way we know how to. And it's just going to be another game. We got to get the 2 points, and I'm looking forward to it.
I can't lie, there is definitely a bit more hype in this one than other games. You know, some people might look at it as a distraction, but I think you have to almost treat it just as any other game. There is 2 points in the line. It's one team against another. You know, it's getting crunch time here in the season, though, and a lot of teams know what each of us are doing, and I guess for the hype on this game, you know, there is hype. It's not, you know, as much as you want to say it's just another game, it's not. It's a big game. It means a lot to both teams, and we want to come out on top.
Heading into this big weekend, the Spartans understand that it is going to take a full contribution from every single player to take down the #1 team in the country.
I think it's mostly going to be a team game. It's not going to come down to one person. I think if we all play the way we're supposed to play, I think we're going to be quite a threat to Norwich this weekend.
I mean, we got a lot of key guys on our team, so if I can cause a distraction out there, I'm sure we got a handful of other guys that can go out and can do the same thing. So we just need to be, we need to have the whole team coming in full force, and I don't think we should have a problem.
Special teams are always a big factor when you play games like these, when two teams are fairly evenly matched. So yeah, it could be a game where it comes down to one power play or one penalty kill or something like that. So hopefully our power play is clicking Saturday night.
To the two senior captains on the team, the regular season is quickly coming to a close, and they are both looking to make the best out of their time left here at Castleton.
For me, being a senior, every game becomes more important coming down the stretch. Only having 4 regular season games left in my career here, obviously each one keeps getting bigger and bigger and more important. So that's how I'm looking at it, as Friday night will be the biggest game of my career, and then hopefully Saturday night will be even bigger against Norwich.
Coming down the back nine of my career here, so to speak, it does mean a little something extra. We've gone back and forth with Norwich over the last couple of years, and although this isn't a playoff game, it's about as big as it gets without being one. It would mean a lot to our team mentally and to the standings and rankings and whatnot if we could get a win on home ice against these guys. But personally, it would just be nice to get a win on these guys at home, I guess.
As the program nears its 10-year anniversary, the team's success and high-profile games have led to increased community involvement as well as national recognition.
Castleton's hockey program, which is only coming into its 10th year next year, I think we have still a lot to prove to the other teams in our conference and in the nation, and I think this Norwich game really is another stepping stone into making our program that much more recognizable in the community, and I think it's pretty big for our school if we can beat the #1 ranked team.
Our fan base is definitely built. Even since the 4 years I've been here, it's increased a lot in the last 4 years. You go into a grocery store, you see people that you might not necessarily used to know. Just little things like that. You get a sense of the community kind of rallying behind you. Just today I went to get my oil changed, and the guys there even were just like, well, all they want to do is talk to me about the hockey game. And so like that kind of gives you a bit of a sense of how the community feels about it, and I feel like they're behind us 100%.
Regardless of the outcome, this game promises to be a thrilling matchup between two of the top teams in the nation.
It's going to be very exciting. I mean, last year when we had played them at home, it was a pretty good atmosphere. So I expect the same. So it's going to be very exciting for us to play them.
Just the way the two teams have been, the way they're coached, the way their styles of play, everything about it. They're both us and Norwich, both two exciting teams to watch. When you put them on the same sheet of ice, I think it makes for exciting hockey for everyone. So it's games like this is why you want to play the game, and it's going to be fun to be a part of, and it's a good time of the year to have this.
And the women's hockey team took on Nichols College last Saturday. In overtime, Jade Werger had a penalty shot, and you see the play here in slow motion, makes the move and beats the goalie with the backhand, and that would win the game for the Spartans 2-1. And the men's ski team is off to a great start this season, ranked 6th in the nation, and on Wednesday, February 9th, the Spartans had 6 skiers named to the ECSC All-McConnell team. We spoke to Steve Zotter about their success this season.
We changed divisions to the McConnell division. We race against better teams. Clarkson beat us this year, actually. It's kind of a letdown, but they're pretty good. They have 2 really good seniors, so it's more competition. It makes it more fun. We race against Clarkson every weekend, and they're ranked higher than us, so it gets more pressure on them. We're just trying to improve every weekend, and we'll see what happens at regionals. I do them. Skiing's a different sport. Anything can go wrong any weekend. But top 3s was the main goal. Didn't get that this year, but regionals still can get top 3, so we'll see.
And women's goalie Paula Stevens was named the ECAC Women's East Ice Hockey Goalie of the Week. Stevens had 56 saves and posted a record of 1 win, 0 losses, and 1 tie last week for the Spartans.
And here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Men's basketball is at home against Green Mountain Saturday, February 11th at 3 p.m., and then home against Johnson State Tuesday, February 14th at 7:30 p.m. Women's basketball is home against Green Mountain Saturday, February 11th at 1 p.m., and then women's basketball is home against Johnson State Tuesday, February 14th in their Play for K game at 5:30 p.m. Men's hockey is home against St. Mike's Friday, February 10th at 7 p.m., and then home against Norwich Saturday, February 11th at 4 p.m. Women's ice hockey is home against Southern Maine Friday, February 10th at 4 p.m., and then home against Plymouth State Saturday, February 11th at 12 p.m.
That's all we have for you on this edition of Spartan Sports Weekly.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter at the addresses below. For all of us here at Spartan Sports Weekly, I'm Kyle Turner.
And I'm Kat Trudell. We'll see you next time. So, what did you do for the Super Bowl Sunday? Your team win?
Yeah, they did. The Giants beat the Patriots, and
I
Eli went to Disney.
I knew I shouldn't have asked. Okay. Let's go.